Hey, what's going on, everyone? Welcome to another episode of Hard Looks, and following last week's video, doing a little speculation on what I would like to see from Brobnar, it coming in the upcoming set Winds of Exchange. I've decided to do a similar thing with Mars. So here we are with Mars. I got the creatures up first. Let's go into Call of the Archons and take a look at the creatures. What do I want to see back? Well, right off the top, I definitely want to see John Smith back into the mix. I think it's such a cool card. It'd be really cool to have. And yeah, I just like it. It's just with such cool combos. I don't think I want to see Mind Warper again. We've seen it in 2 sets in a row. I think that not being there. Phalanx the Disintegrator I find really cool as a rare. Bringing that back would be really nice. Mega Mouth, so you can do some house cheating, would be kind of cool. Zookeeper was in both, so I could see that not being there. Grabber Jammer showing some spaceships or some Martian ships would be cool. And I think I would also like to see Think Drone back. Even though it was in both sets, I feel like this card is a little bit underrated and provides some really cool aspects into the game. So those are the cards I want to see from Creatures. While there's from Coda in here. Now, if we bring AOA into the mix, Proliferator for sure I want to see back. Resonator definitely. Due to lack of burst, a Harvester would be nice. And you know what? I think Stim Rager is really good. I saw this very infrequently, and I think being able to move creatures to its flank, maybe something that's really important with battle lines probably becoming more of a thing in the next set. So I would like to see the Stim Rager back for that. I think it could be a really nice crucial card that does a lot of interesting work within the game. So yeah, those are the ones I want to see that exist within this why can't I talk right now, within Mars and Winds of Exchange. Definitely Proliferator. I like what it's gonna do. I think it's really cool. Moving on to the actions, we're going to go Call of the Archons. Well, Mars actions, I think, are where the most interesting things exist. So, I think Key Abduction will not be in this next set. I feel pretty confident about that. And I'm hoping they don't do it, and instead they have another key cheat. Because I would like to see Battle Fleet exist. Or Total Recall. I feel like I don't know which one. Maybe not Total Recall, but definitely Battlefleet I'd love to see back in the mix. It's got amazing art. Plus it's a draw engine. Because I'm not sure if we'll see Martian Generosity. Obviously Martian Generosity coming back would be really cool, but I have a feeling it may have warped the game in a way that they didn't foresee necessarily. So I'm not sure if we'll see it back. So I'd rather see Battlefleet instead if that's the case, because that'd be kind of cool. Deep Probe would be cool to come back. I feel like I like that. Hypnotic Command for sure. What else do we got here that's pretty neat? One of the Squawker, Shatterstorm, Soft Landing. One of those I'd like to see. Ember Control. So for each ready, I don't know about the Psychic Network. I don't really want to see that one again. I could lose that one. So yeah, not as much here. EMP Blast I think would be good, having more of that artifact, but I have a feeling, yeah, let's see an EMP Blast in. I think that'd be really cool. Let's get EMP Blast. And we go on to Age of Ascension. Like I said, destroy them all 100%. This I want to see. I want to see Destroy Them All. I want to see Mars Needs Ember 100% back in the mix. Like I said, Martian Generosity would be really cool. But I'm just not sure if we'll see it again. It would be like what the people want without a doubt. So that would be one cool thing. If we had Martian Generosity and Battlefleet, could you imagine? I don't think those two will exist because that would just be bonkers upon bonkers. But yeah, I kind of want to see Battlefleet or Martian Generosity. I do not think we see both, but I would like to see one of those exist. Obviously, Martian Generosity would be the coolest, but what can you do? I also think things like Data Forge. Oh, Data Forge won't exist. There we go. Problem solved. Cards in hand. So that's really cool. So yeah, I think Martian Generosity or Battle Fleet. Martian Generosity, like I said. We all want to see it. It was in one set. It was the most popular card in the set. Give the people what they want. Okay, FFG. Do it up. Let's see it happen. Mars first would be good. What else is interesting here? Extinction is kind of cool for some board wipe. But yeah, my top cards from this are going to actually be Destroy Them All and Martian Generosity with some Mars Needs Ember. Those are the things I would like to see the most from that. Now, we're just going to move. I'm not going to go house set by set now because the next two aspects are not quite as big. So here we are with the artifacts. What do I want to see? Combat Pheromones, I'd love to see. Incubation Chamber for sure, because we were losing Logos and that ability to archive the way we've seen in the past. I'd like this to come in to take on that role. We've also lost Burst, so I would like to see Crystal Hive exist for that. Feeding Pit, I don't know. This one, no. I don't think Feeding Pit for sure. Mother Gun, I mean, it feels kind of like a classic card, so I wouldn't be upset seeing this back, but I think we're going to see some new artifacts. Old artifacts, I think we'll see Combat Pheromones, Crystal Hive, and Incubation Chamber. Those are the three I would like to see from here. Now we're going to move on to upgrades. Well, Brainstem Antenna and Jammer Pack. Those are the ones I want to see. I could see Containment Field coming back in, but Brainstem and Jammer Pack are definitely the ones that I would like to return in the next one. So here's a real question. What is the role that Mars is going to take on in the next set? We obviously saw that card from FFG was released, which talks about tokens being a thing. So having tokens in the mix with Mars. I don't know how that exactly works. There wasn't a ton of information, but it sounds super intriguing because almost every card game has had tokens, but KeyForge has not. So it's going to be really interesting to see tokens. And is there going to be cards included like in decks that give you a token of things, or is it going to represent something? Will this be the 38th card that we've seen in the past have like some sort of token representation? Because that'd be really cool. But Mars, what could it do in terms of what's missing? So we're losing Shadow Steel, Ember Control, we're losing the Logo Cycle, and then we're losing the Untamed Burst. I mentioned I could see Brobnar taking on the Burst. Maybe we're going to see Mars take on the Ember Control side of things. It'll be probably in an interesting way, but I could see that happening with more key cost increase. Maybe they're going to do stealing and stuff like that happening a little bit more, or a variety, because if you look at Mars in general, they capture one from their own side, it has key cost increase, it has lose Ember, it has capture itself, it has steal, it has actually the full bag of tricks that exist in Ember Control. So maybe we're going to see Mars take on more of like an Ember Control house, but in an interesting way where it's not just straight stealing, it's like a bag of tricks, and I kind of like that. Having the variety of ways that you control Ember could be really cool. So I think we're going to see Mars embrace like the Shadows quality, but in a very different way. And maybe it's going to take on a little bit of Logos with the ability to do some efficiency plays. So I think it's going to be interesting. I think Mars is going to come back in a very interesting way. It could be one of the best. Like, can you imagine if Mars came back like Star Alliance of Worlds Collide, just this powerhouse with really cool things happening? I think everyone would love to see that. There's some really big Mars fans out there, and I think Mars has the potential to be really cool. So that's why I'm going to hot take this. What are your thoughts? Let me know what you'd like to see from Mars in the comments, and if you agree with some of my assessments. So thanks so much. Don't forget, we do have a KeyForge product out right now on special. AOA decks, Worlds Collide, and even some Mass Mutation Deluxe Archons in more of a larger quantity for those. But hit me up if you're interested in any of that, and I'll let you know some pricing. And as always, folks, may your Ember never be stolen and your keys forged promptly. Have a good one.